Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today I'm gonna do another video about a Photoshop tutorial where I'm gonna teach you guys a glossy text effect, and also I'll teach you how to create a shadow of the text, and I'll be teaching you the same on both a lighter colored text and a darker colored text, so the effect would be something similar to what you see right here with tube. This is on a lighter color. I'll also show it to you on a darker color as well. So please make sure you guys subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon beside the subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos. So without further ado, let's get started on to the video. So for this one, I'll create a new file. I'll name it as Glossy Text. Okay, there you go. I'll unlock this layer by double clicking it. Alright, so first thing first, I'll show you the effect on a dark colored background. So blue is my favorite color, so I'll pick blue. Now I'll put some text on it. I'll put our YouTube's channel text with tube. I'll align the text to the center of the file. There you go. All right, so let's make this text a little bit bigger. That'll be too big. Let's make it about 50 pixels. There you go. Looks pretty good. Okay, now so to get this effect, I'll show you the easiest way and the quickest way to do that. Alright, so all you gotta do is create a copy of the text. Alright, once the copy is created, you apply the color overlay to the text above the original text to white. Okay, because any dark color you'll be using, white will be an optimum color. So any dark color, it should be a dark color, then only this effect will work. I'll come back to a lighter color later on at the end of the video, but let's create a copy and give it a white color. Okay, once there is white color on it, here's what you want to do. You want to rasterize the layer style. So it's rasterized, that means it's editable. Now if you go here, there is this pen tool. So there are two type of gloss effect I'll be discussing over here. One is the curved one and the other one is the straight one. We'll start first with the curved one. So with the pen tool you can actually draw different kind of shapes. So let's start this. The other point I'll keep somewhere in the middle, and I will create this kind of curvature. Now you need to make sure that you get this point back to the center, otherwise the curve will be distorted. I'll show you how. So if you hit Alt on the keyboard, hit the Alt key on the keyboard, you will see that the arrow changes to like an inverted V right here, if you can see. Now you need to click on the mouse and drag this point right on this dot. That's very crucial. So once it's on there, then you can click the second point right here and don't let it go. Keep it clicked, and then you just move it around the handle so you can adjust the curve in the way you want. So I'll keep the curve somewhere about here. Now I'll get back to this. So if you don't bring this back and you click somewhere else, see, it gets distorted. So hence it was important to get this point back at the center point to have this perfect curvature right here. Now all you gotta do is close this loop, and once the loop is closed, you go inside the loop, click right on the mouse, and you will see this option of make selection. So just hit that. You can actually feather the radius, which means you can feather the border, which we don't really want. So we want a chiseled hard surface, so we'll keep it 0. Hit OK and it marks out. Now you want to delete this bottom part, so hit delete and it's gone. There you go. And now you can click somewhere else. Oh, sorry. You can click somewhere else so it goes away. Now leave the top portion right here. Now what you want to do is you want to apply this option right here, which is the layer mask. So you apply that and it applies a layer mask on it. The reason why I did that is to apply the gradient effect. Now for gradient effect you need to make sure that you have the foreground color as black and white right here. If you can see, then you select the gradient option and then you hit shift so that it goes in straight line, because you don't want to go at an angle, because if you go at an angle this is what will happen. So hit shift so you always go straight. Now you can play around the way you want. I usually start close to the text and then go somewhere about here. So this looks pretty good to me. Now I'll just play around with the opacity and there you go, looks pretty good, looks pretty glossy over here. Now that's the curved one I was talking about. Let's do another effect which is pretty straightforward, easier than the previous one. All you gotta do is drag and drop. Again the same thing, we'll color this text as white. Hit OK. You want to rasterize the layer style. Once it's done you go in this one and you select the rectangle. Okay, it's a marquee tool and you want to select the rectangle and you want to draw a rectangle right on the center, somewhere around here, and you want to delete the bottom portion. That's it, same thing. Now again you want to create a layer mask, don't forget to do that, and then go on the gradient tool right here and you can do the same thing. We'll make it more pronounced like this. There you go, looks pretty good. And I'll decrease the opacity and that's the effect. So this is the straight one and this is the curved one. Okay, now I'll show you how to create the shadow of the text. So to create a shadow of the text, what you want to do is you want to create another copy of this layer. Okay, now you want to hit Control T so it selects the text to transform. I did another video about this, but here if you go in the edit, select the transform option and you see this option, flip horizontal, flip vertical. We'll select flip vertical so it makes it upside down. You want to double click it and you want to now move the text in a way that it's just about touching the bottom one. Now we'll use the same one now, same effect as we did earlier. So again you want to rasterize this layer. You can actually not rasterize that, but we'll just rasterize that. You have to create a layer mask. Once the layer mask is on, you select the gradient tool and apply the same effect like this. Now if you do it like this, it's gonna not look like a shadow, so my bad. We'll start from bottom up, so you go as high as you can to make it as lighter as you want. Now you make sure you start from the top of the text, because if you start way too up, here's what will happen. See, you want to start from right at the edge of the top layer of the text and go as low, as higher as you can up, and it gets done. Now you want to decrease the opacity to your convenience, and this is the effect I was talking about. So I showed you a gloss text effect on a darker text, and I showed you the shadow effect. Now let's show you guys the same effect on we'll hide all these layers because we don't want it on a text which is white. So hit double click on the text and it will select the text, and you want to select the color white this time. Alright, so let's say this is white, and now you want to apply the effect on this one. So all you got to do is select the gradient tool. Alright, and there you go. I had it already, but here if you double click on this palette right here, you can actually select the color. Now the red doesn't look pretty good on this background, so I'll change it to gray. Hit double click right here and it'll open up the color palette. You wanna get a lighter gray somewhere about this. There you go. Okay, looks pretty good. you can actually scale. So if you scale, it looks like more of a embossed effect, which looks pretty good. I use this effect on a lot of other designs, but over here this is more of a glossy effect. And then you can play around. It shows linear, radial, deflected, diamond, but usually for this effect we use linear. You can play around to have more effect. You keep the angle 90. If you keep it upside down, like 180, it's not gonna be pretty good because the line falls somewhere around here. You want to put it at 90. There you go. So this is the effect. Again, if you want to create a shadow, you copy the same layer. You want to hide this effect, rasterize type, transform the text, edit, and flip it vertical, and just move it down somewhere around here. Create a layer mask, go to gradient, and start from bottom up, and then decrease the opacity to whatever you want. Okay, there you go, guys. So these are the effects I was talking about, and they look pretty good. You can use this effect for professional designing. You can use it for flyers, brochures, websites, and whatnot. The implications are pretty wide for this effect, but I showed you the easiest and the quickest way to get this effect done ASAP. So I hope you find this video helpful. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel, and make sure you like and share the video as much as you can, so it can help out a lot of other people. If you have any questions, or if you want to see certain videos on different kind of effect, then please make sure you leave me a comment down below, and I'll try to address that with another upcoming video. So that's pretty much it. Signing out. Have a good one.